If you're thinking about moving to the Sunshine State or have just unpacked your boxes, brace yourselves. Hurricane season is here and it's not leaving until after Thanksgiving. But don't worry, we've got your back. Today, we're diving into everything that you need to know to hurricane-proof your new home, from installing storm shutters to securing your patio furniture, yes, even those garden gnomes, and making sure your roof can handle the wildest storms. We've got all the tips and tricks you need to ease hurricane-induced anxiety. Did you know hurricane winds can turn your barbecue grill into a missile? Yep, not exactly the kind of hurricane party we want. That's why I'm also sharing a few hacks in this video, like using bungee cords to tie down heavy outdoor furniture, and even using your dishwasher to protect important documents. But despite the risk of hurricanes, people continue to move to our state, reaping all the benefits that Florida has to offer. I even made a video about it that you can check out right here. The one good thing I can say about hurricanes is that you have a few days to prepare for them, unlike other natural disasters such as earthquakes, landslide, and those enormous tornadoes like the ones you see in the Midwest. Prior preparation gives residents time to evacuate or bunker down while taking safety measures like I'm listing here in the video. Another great thing to keep in mind is that our infrastructure is built with hurricanes in mind and has been one of the strictest in terms of building codes for years, and even stricter ones were implemented in 2023 after Hurricane Ian devastated the West Coast. Most of the homes here are made of concrete block, especially in regions like South Florida, where up to 99% of homes rely on it. However, Florida building codes do permit wood framing as well, so some homes may have concrete blocks only on the first floor. Over 94% of the United States, except for Florida, uses wood frame as a dominant construction method. This is why even the smallest hurricanes can impact other states on a much larger scale. For us in Florida, a Category 1 hurricane feels like a severe thunderstorm, and many, like myself, don't even evacuate unless it's a Category 3 hurricane or greater. Unless you live right on the coast, of course. Before we get to our list of hurricane tips, I'm Jonathan, a longtime resident of South Florida and real estate agent. I'm all about building connections, whether you're planning to relocate next week, next month, or even next year. Drop us a text or reach out via Instagram or Facebook. The links are in the description below, and we'll gladly assist you in making your next move your best one yet. If you're new here and curious about life in South Florida, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first one to know when we drop a new video. And please smash that like button. It helps us reach more people like you. Okay, let's get started. Being someone that has endured several hurricanes in South Florida, including a few major ones like Andrew and Irma, this first tip is probably the most important. Number one, install storm shutters. They're like sunglasses for your windows, protecting them from flying debris. If your current home isn't equipped with storm shutters, you can use plywood. It should be at least 5/8 of an inch thick and cut to fit windows perfectly. Since Hurricane Ian, which was only 2 years ago, the state of Florida has gotten stricter on window and door requirements. South Florida specifically resides in the wind-borne debris region, which means each property must have hurricane protection on all windows and doors. The new Florida building code is not only required on the Florida coast, but inland as well. Any areas located within a mile of the coastal mean high water line and face basic wind speeds of at least 110 miles per hour must comply. Impact windows and doors are also required for areas that have a wind speed of at least 120 miles per hour or greater. The reason is because they are tested to withstand flying debris of up to 200 miles per hour and have an impact resistant film and inner membrane technology that provides ultimate protection against a Category 5 hurricane. Now, impact windows do offer many other benefits besides giving the best protection against a hurricane. They provide reliable longevity in all types of weather conditions. They're super easy to operate and will reliably work years down the road, unlike the breakdown that normally occurs with traditional windows. Another pro is that impact windows do not gather moisture and cause condensation. Why is that important? Because excess condensation can lead to the growth of mold, which can be harmful to your health. Impact windows are also more difficult to break, which helps keep the burglars away. I'm sure we would all agree that we like quiet in our homes. Well, with impact windows and doors, they provide a significant reduction in exterior noise due to the thick glass and tight seal that impact windows create, which gives you more peace and quiet in your home. The lower utility bills are a huge plus too. If you're not lucky enough to have impact windows and you have traditional windows, a good hack is to line the windows with either soap or wax. Rub that bar of soap or wax along the window seams, and that creates a waterproof barrier that prevents leaks during the heavy rain. Number two, secure outdoor items. Yes, your patio furniture, grills, and garden gnomes. They need to be anchored down or brought inside if there's a hurricane coming. Hurricanes love turning them into projectiles. Trim trees, coat coconuts and bushes too. Give your yard a little tidy up to prevent damage. Trees that are in close proximity or hang over the home can fall, or branches can break off and fall in the home. Make sure to keep drains, gutters, and downspouts clear of debris. Physical injuries are the most prevalent casualty after a hurricane, with most injuries occurring as a result of high winds and the collapse and movement of structures, trees, and other debris. Debris penetration also induces internal pressurization, approximately doubling the net loading on roofs and walls around the home. A hack you can do if the furniture is heavy and you don't want to move it is to secure the outdoor furniture with bungee cords. You might be asking, what? Bungee cords? I'm serious. Use bungee cords to tie down outdoor furniture to sturdy structures like fences or railings to prevent them from becoming projectiles. Fortunately, Florida has pioneered the use of hurricane-resistant materials and designs, such as impact-resistant windows, which we discussed earlier, and reinforced roofing to better withstand hurricane impacts from debris. But don't take any chances. Either bring anything and everything that can fly inside the home or garage, or take your chance and have projectiles potentially flying into your home. Your choice. Just make sure nothing can take flight like Michael Jordan. Oh, and before I forget, make sure to secure your boat if you own one. Number 3. Check your roof. Be sure to look for loose shingles or tiles and secure them. They can come loose when a hurricane strikes, which can lead to further damage once they come loose and turn into projectiles. It also opens your home to damage, as the shingles and tile are no longer in place to protect it. And while you're up there, clean out those gutters and downspouts to prevent water from backing up and causing more problems. It's not a bad idea to have your roof inspected before hurricane season and make sure your roof is up to par. Another suggestion is to have a tarp on hand. Tarps can be used to go over the roof initially to ensure shingles or tiles have a protective layer between them and Mother Nature. It can also be used to cover equipment, sheds, pools, and swing sets. Since Hurricane Ian, Florida has released enhanced roof standards. New regulations mandate stronger connections between roofs and walls to resist high winds. This includes the use of hurricane straps and clips to prevent roofs from lifting off during storms. Homes now must also include secondary water barriers, such as a peel and stick membranes under the roof covering to prevent water intrusion if the primary roof covering is damaged. Roofing materials have improved as well, having to meet higher wind resistance standards and are required to withstand wind speeds of up to 150 miles per hour. I know it could sound daunting, and even though we don't get hit by hurricanes every year, Florida is hit approximately every 2.5 years on average, making it one of the most hurricane-prone states in the US. One of the most forgotten components, but also one of the most susceptible to roof damage, is skylights. They're only made up of a few inches of glass and can easily be cracked, shattered, or just simply blown off the home. Make sure to cover them with plywood or a metal cap to prevent damage. My recommendation is to not wait to protect your roof. If you wait until a hurricane is headed your way, the likelihood of you properly securing your roof is not high, and it might be hard to impossible to get all of this done at the last minute. Be proactive and get your roof inspected. Yes, Florida has advanced hurricane tracking, and their early warning systems are among the best in the world, giving you time, but the roofer is going to be busy securing his home or evacuating, which that makes you SOL, which means you already know. Number 4, gather emergency supplies. Stock up on essentials like water, non-perishable food, and batteries. Think of it as prepping for a mini camping trip indoors. Don't forget cash, a first aid kit, and any medications you might need. Get a flashlight, a battery-powered hand crank radio, and a portable crank or solar-powered charger for your cell phones. If you have a generator, make sure it's in good working order and fueled up. Get these supplies well in advance, because you may have to evacuate at a moment's notice and not have time to shop or search for supplies. If you don't evacuate, you might have power and water, so a good rule of thumb is that you should have at least 1 gallon of water per person per day for several days. The roads may be flooded or blocked, so it's best to be prepared ahead of time. Here are 8 hacks that you can use to prepare for a hurricane. Number 1, freeze water in Ziploc bags. Fill Ziploc bags with water and freeze them. These can be used as ice packs to keep food cold during power outages and provide drinking water as they melt. Number 2, create a hurricane pantry. Stock a dedicated pantry with non-perishable foods, paper plates, plastic utensils, and snacks. This way, you have a go-to spot for essentials and avoid last-minute shopping chaos. Number 3, fill the bathtub with water. Fill your bathtub with water before the storm. This gives you a large supply of water for flushing toilets and washing if the water supply gets disrupted. Number 4, make a hurricane go bag. Prepare a go bag with essentials like medications, important documents, snacks, water, and toiletries. Keep it by the door in case you need to evacuate quickly. Number 5, keep a DIY solar charger or buy one online. You could create a DIY solar charger using a small solar panel and USB adapters to keep phones and small devices charged when the power is out. There's a bunch of tutorials online. Number 6, fill freezer with ice. Fill any empty space in your freezer with bags of ice or frozen water bottles. This keeps your freezer cold longer during a power outage. Number 7, use a trash can for a water supply. Clean a large trash can, fill it with water, and seal it tightly. This gives you a large backup water supply for washing and flushing. And number 8, use a storm survival kit for kids. Create a storm survival kit for kids with games, books, snacks, and comfort items to keep them entertained and calm during the storm, because you know the chaos that may break loose once their tablets and video games stop working. Number 5, know your evacuation routes. Hurricanes can change paths quickly, so have a plan to leave if necessary. Pick your destination, identify the specific place where you will go when you evacuate. Consider staying with family or friends who live outside of the area that will be impacted. Keep a map of your routes and identify safe places to stay. Make sure to plan your transportation. And if you plan to evacuate by car, keep your car fueled. And if you have an electric, make sure it's charged. If you do not have a personal vehicle, make plans to share transportation with a family member, friend, or neighbor, or contact your local emergency management agency for details on public transportation during an evacuation. You may need to pre-register if you're relying on public transportation. Plan how you will evacuate your pets, service animals, and livestock. Not all public shelters will allow pets or your beloved chickens, so have a plan in place that accommodates them. For most coastal Florida counties, evacuation zones have been designated. Interior counties do not have designated evacuation zones. If you want to know where the evacuation routes are per county, I dropped the link in the description below. Number 6, have a family communication plan. Make sure everyone knows how to get in touch and where to meet if you get separated. Have all the phone numbers and email addresses for everyone in your household. Phone numbers for your healthcare providers, phone numbers and addresses for schools and workplaces. Of course, you want the phone numbers for emergency services, your utility providers, and your insurance companies. Save this disaster distress helpline. Keep important numbers written down in your wallet and on your phone. Having this information written down will help you reconnect with others if you don't have your phone or if the battery dies. A great idea I heard and want to share with you is to identify someone outside of your community or state who can act as a central point of contact to help your household reconnect. In a disaster, it may be easier to make a long distance phone call than to call across town because local phone lines can become jammed. It's always better to have a clear plan. Number 7, check your insurance coverage. Make sure you're covered for flood and wind damage. The last thing you want is to deal with surprises from your insurance company after a storm. Standard Florida homeowners insurance policies cover windstorm, so damage caused by hurricane winds is typically included. Policies that don't cover hurricanes or wind are called X-wind policies. If you have an X-wind policy, then you may have an endorsement on the policy stating that it doesn't cover wind damage. Water damage is a different story. Your policy probably doesn't cover flooding. That's more likely covered by flood insurance, but it may pay for water damage that occurs because of wind damage. For example, you may have coverage if rain destroys your personal property because the wind blew away a portion of your roof. I know insurance is high. The Insurance Information Institute found that Floridians pay an average of over $4,000 per year for their home insurance, about 3 times the national average. The truth is, hurricanes have a significant economic impact on Florida, often causing billions of dollars in damage to infrastructure, homes, and businesses. All of those factors, including fraudulent claims over the years, have led to increased insurance costs, which is where we're at today. Number 8, protect important documents. After a hurricane or other disaster passes, having essential documents like insurance policies and property records becomes critical for starting the recovery process. Taking proactive steps now to protect these documents will provide peace of mind and reduce stress during the challenging aftermath of a disaster. In the event of home damage from a tropical storm or hurricane, these documents are necessary to seek assistance from insurance companies and government disaster programs. It's advisable to store important documents in a secure location such as a safe deposit box, a waterproof and fireproof container, or another site separate from your home. Additionally, keep electronic copies of important documents in a password-protected format on a removable flash drive, external hard drive within a fireproof and waterproof safe, or consider using a secure cloud-based service. Exercise caution when sharing personal information like bank accounts, social security numbers, or credit card details. Ensure that your insurance policies and personal identification documents are up to date. Take time now to identify and safeguard priceless personal items that you would want to protect from damage or take with you in the event of a sudden evacuation from your home. A hack, if you want to safely store your important documents and possessions, is to put it in a dishwasher. Dishwashers are waterproof and can be used to store important documents documents and small valuables during a storm to protect them from water damage. Who would have thought they would do more than just wash and dry dishes? And finally, number 9, reinforce your garage door. A strong garage door can prevent a lot of damage. Consider adding a brace or installing a new door if necessary. Most people know that high winds from hurricanes and other storms can cause devastating damage. Fewer homeowners know that their garage doors can make an enormous difference in their home safety. Storms and garage doors have a complex relationship that depends on several factors. Your garage door could fail and become damaged if it is too weak to withstand the wind. Why is this such a problem? If your garage door warps, these high winds will enter your home, and once inside, winds can impact your roof and take it right off. Excessive winds can also build pressure in your home, causing your windows to blow out. So how do we fix it? You can strengthen your garage door quickly by installing reinforced garage door braces on the inside of the existing door. And another option is to attach hurricane panels to the exterior of the garage door. The best and safest option is to invest in a storm-ready door. Installing a hurricane-proof garage door saves you the time of setting up braces or panels before a storm. After all, some storms can hit unexpectedly. There you have it, folks. With these 9 steps, you'll be ready to face any hurricane that comes your way. If you have any other interesting tips I haven't mentioned, feel free to drop a comment below. Stay safe, stay prepared, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.